Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm the coach, and this is Madden Ultimate Team. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers. With that, let's get you out to Silicon Valley, Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, as we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! On the double. 50, Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, orbit. Check. Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now a carry for Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
On 2nd down, Barkley.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits, and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's Terrell Owens. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 15-yard line. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down now, Barkley, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 10-yard touchdown run, and the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Here comes the offense for Los Angeles as they get ready for this next possession. You think about the season that they had, certainly not the first team to go from a Super Bowl appearance to missing the playoffs, but 9-7, not quite good enough to get back in 2019. This offense certainly not as dynamic as it was the past few years. So is there any part of you that says maybe the window has closed on the Rams team, or is that too harsh?
I think it's a little bit too harsh. I don't think the window is closed, but the window's a little foggy right now. Needs a little cleaning. What I mean by that is they've given up a lot of draft capital to bring in players and sign long-term deals. Do you expect Todd Gurley to get back to being the Todd Gurley we saw as an all-pro runner as opposed to what we saw in 2019? Will Jared Goff, with his big contract at quarterback, get back to that ascending quarterback? He struggled this year. The offensive line, which for 2 seasons had been virtually intact, it had all sorts of issues this year, a lot of injuries, a lot of uncertainty. And now they'll have a new defensive coordinator next year moving forward. So I think there are plenty of players there. Remember, they picked up Jalen Ramsey during the season, but they gave up big draft capital to get him. You won't be able to build through the draft at the top of it. You have to do a good job in free agency and drafting rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 in order to fortify this team.
Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Well, hey, CD, we talked about some of the guys that were going into the Hall of Fame, the 15 that we already know. But of the more modern-day players that are finalists, who do you think is going to get in?
That is really, really difficult. I'm glad you asked because it gives us a chance to kick it around just a little bit. Tony Baselli, the left tackle, a lot of people have not put him in, I think, due to longevity. But when he played, he was as good as it got. I mean, the best in the game. I think it's his time. I think he's going to find his way in, even though there's a backlog of offensive linemen like Steve Hutchinson's available. Alan Faneca's available. If you have to pick a safety out of this crew of Leroy Butler, Steve Atwater, John Lynch, Troy Polamalu, Good luck on that one, although I think Polamalu is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think he gets in. I think Edgerrin James, the running back, it's his time. He should have been in a while ago as far as I'm concerned. It's time for him to go ahead and get his due and get in. And if you're a receiver, good luck. Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Reggie Wayne. Who do you pick out of that crew? So I think a few guys who are deserving will get overlooked again, like a Sam Mills, the linebacker, or a Zach Thomas. But all in all, it's going to be a very strong class.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Time to take a moment here, revisit this year's Pro Bowl. Played just a few exits down I-4 from the Madden home office, actually. But John Harbaugh of the Ravens, Pete Carroll of Seattle, they were the coaches, and it was Harbaugh's AFC team who came away with a victory. Their fourth win in a row for the AFC.
AFC.
All four of those wins coming in Orlando. But, of course, Charles, it was a tough day in the sports world with the passing of Kobe Bryant was on everyone's mind. It kind of put a cloud over everything on Sunday.
It certainly did, and the way that news spreads nowadays, the game had really started before the news was official, and it kind of broke during the game, and obviously it spread to both sidelines, and a number of guys with no Kobe.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor to try again after the sack. Murray, they'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Throwing is Murray on third down. Sliding out of the pocket. He may try and run for this. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive. And the pressure gets to him again. So 2 quarters down. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a third down. Third and 2, and here's Murray. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Joe Hayden there to bring him down. Second and 5 now. Murray. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Clay Matthews able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film section tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Reggie White picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
He finds an opening past the 40, and he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. 2nd and 1. This one caught by Terrell Owens. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Terrell Owens, 41 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Murray, Lawrence Taylor, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. The screen good for 6, but it's not enough as it leads to a 4th down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Murray sets to throw on 4th. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Get it.
The toss out to Barkley. He juked him. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley. They'll give it to him up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The 49er defense now heading back out there. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. To throw is Murray. That one complete to Anderson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now Murray, back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Murray, he's used to moving fast in Oklahoma. He'll get his guys up to the line. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Go, go, go. He's crossing. He's checking crack.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
A gain of 13. It's a first down. So the victory here for San Francisco. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter. But second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you can win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter.